All right, this is gonna be a full body workout. It's gonna be mostly cardio. You don't need any equipment. You're just gonna try to get your body started, get it moving, a little bit of everything, a little bit abs, cardio. You're just gonna do 1 minute worth of work and 20 seconds of rest. You can set up a timer on your own. I'm gonna have the ring timer, so it's gonna beep so that you guys can hear it. I'm gonna go through it all with you one time, 5 different exercises, and then you're gonna go through it 2 to 3 more times on your own. First thing is gonna be jumping jacks. We're just trying to keep our body warm or get it warm. If you did a warm up before this, that's okay. You can always go on a walk or do some cardio before this. But this is gonna warm up a little bit of your whole body. You just wanna try to keep a nice even pace. About halfway through. If at any time you need to take a break or a breather or a sip of water, you go ahead and do that. Okay, now it's your rest. We're gonna do 20 seconds of rest. Take some big deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. We're gonna do air squats, bringing our hands out in front of us. Doesn't really matter how far down you go right now. You wanna work on good form. So you wanna have your back straight, your hips coming back, weight on your heels. Nice even pace. Take breaks when you need to. You wanna be consistent throughout the whole minute. Big breaths. It's our rest time. You can always stretch out during the rest, help loosen up your body, especially throughout the first round. We're gonna go down on the ground for this one. And hold a plank with your arms extended. And you're working pulling your torso in so that your belly button isn't towards your spine, your back is flat. And if you need a more challenge, you're gonna go down to your elbows and back up to your palms. If you need less of a challenge, you can come down to your knees. You wanna keep your back straight the whole time. You don't want your butt up like this. So even if you're on your knees, you can still do the plank push-up from here as well. Just is a little bit less intense if you need the less intense option. And you can even switch back and forth. So maybe you need a little bit of break, but you want to keep going. You go down to your knees. You can come back up onto your toes and maybe hold it. You can go back and forth. Whatever you need to do to get through the minute. That is your rest. I'm gonna sit on my feet like this because it helps stretch out my quads. All right, we're gonna come down for a traditional crunch or sit-up. We're gonna make sure that we're not pulling our neck or our chin. We're lifting our chin up, we're pulling from our sternum. We just wanna bring our shoulder blades off the mat. Should be really focused on the front of your abs. You shouldn't have any pulling on your neck or your upper back at all. You should be using using all of your abs. It's a small movement. Once you learn how to isolate, you don't need to do full sit-ups to activate your core. Into your rest time, you can stay on the ground. We're gonna do glute bridges. You want your feet hip width apart or a little bit wider. And make sure you can press your heel into the ground. Your shoulder blades are all the way underneath of your back. You can have your hands palms up to make it harder, palms down to make it a little bit easier. You're gonna squeeze your glutes like you're pinching a penny, or hold at the top, come down and barely touch the ground at the bottom. I actually pick my toes up off the ground so that I know I'm really pushing only through my heels. Your upper back needs to be all the way on the ground. I'm squeezing my glutes as hard as I can at the top. I'm coming down controlled, but I'm not sitting on the ground. I'm just touching and go. All right, that's your rest time. Those are all 5 exercises. I want you to go through them 3 times more if you can, 2 if you're struggling. Whatever you can do is great. These are basic exercises for beginners. You want to just start adding them into what you can do and knowing where to isolate and how to go through your workouts properly. And if you have any questions, you just let me know.